actually not playing.
You're not?
Not playing, no.
You're going to stick around?
Yeah, just point in my career where I'm at, trying to make this team probably a little bit more important to be seen every single day as opposed to being gone for 15 days. Something I've always wanted to do. I know the opportunity will still be there, whether I'm still in professional baseball or my career's over during the next WBC. I can always go out and train. I know Israel's always kind of looking for players. I know a couple players that have been retired or still playing, so that opportunity is still going to present itself. Thought it would be cool to play in that environment, especially in that Miami bracket with the teams that are there. But after talking to Alex and signing here, it's best served for me to just stay here and compete for a job on this roster.
If I would have told you 32nd round,
yeah,
pick at a Division II school, you'd get 8+ years in the major leagues, what would you have said?
Man, I would like to say I believe you. I think with the injury last year and being home for the first time in my career, not being able to play, got an opportunity to step back from the game and kind of, look at my career and what I've been able to accomplish. I'm more than thrilled. I think that's what gives me peace coming into, what a lot of people would consider kind of a stressful time in your career, having to go in and compete. I enjoy playing. I still think I have a lot to offer, and to me, it's very simple. I go out and I play well, and I go into the office and they tell me I make the team. I don't go out here and play well. They tell me I don't make the team, and then I'll have some decisions to make. But I'm beyond thrilled with my career, what I've been able to accomplish, where I came from. I think all kids, when they're little, dream about being a big leaguer. To me, it was kind of in college where I said I kind of want to go for it. Didn't really know what that meant. So to look back, that I almost have 9 years of service time, been able to do some pretty cool things on the field, accomplished a lot. I'm definitely at peace with it. Still hungry for more, but it's my way of kind of separating the task at hand with just going out and trying to compete and play.
When they signed you, I called Snit.
Yeah.
And first word, dude. He said he's a dude, and I know what that means. At 34, it's a different environment for you right now. How do you sort of pace yourself in your current situation? Because look, injuries suck. You can't control them, and when they happen. But now on a minor league deal, I'm sure there's part of, hey, I can still play. They know you can play. There's a back of a baseball card.
Yeah.
But how do you try to maintain until we get to games? As this final week starts to wind down.
Yeah, I think I'm no stranger to spring training. I don't really try to approach it any differently than I have if I had a guaranteed job. I understand it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm still going to go out and do the things that I'm capable of doing. I'm going to, if the body feels good, I'm going to go out and shag a little bit more that day. If I know that I need to take it a little bit easy, I've learned to pace myself a little bit more. But yeah, I don't see like every individual day as like an opportunity to make the team. I think it's a culmination of a lot of days. So just being honest with myself, being honest with the training staff and the coaching staff. If I need to take it a little easy for a day, but I don't feel 34. I feel just as good, if not better, than when I was 25. So just keeping that in mind and just pacing myself and just, like I said, just going out every day with the mindset that I'm going to get a little bit better every day. And at the end of camp, there'll be a decision to make, and I just keep it that simple.
So being home, how's the family dynamic? A daughter, I believe, so the idea that, well, it's the first time sort of away from the game. Is there something that you learned from that too, about a little bit more who you are? And
yeah, I have 2 kids. I got a daughter and a son. I got a 5-year-old and an almost 3-year-old son. Yeah, I think you realize that I'm okay without baseball. I still enjoy doing it. I still want to play. I still feel like I have a lot to offer, but if it ended, I have a beautiful family to go home to. I got things that interest me outside of baseball. I'd like to stay in the game in some way. There's other things that I like to do. And it was kind of nice. It was nice, as much as I wanted to be out there, getting a taste of, full-time fatherhood, being a dad, being a husband, being a better friend, a better neighbor. It was nice. So I think having that mindset gives me a lot of peace going into this opportunity. I don't take it lightly. I know what I'm playing for financially, service time-wise, what I want to accomplish in my career, but I also understand it's not life or death. I got a good thing waiting for me at home. They're going to be out here very soon, and that's my security blanket when I get away from this. Right now it's been a little tough. Every day going home, being by myself, being a dad from over FaceTime. So I'm definitely looking forward to them getting out here. That's kind of my safe place when I get away from this field.
Is your daughter old enough to know sort of what Dad does for a living?
Yeah, I think my son does too. I don't think they get the dynamic of it, but they do understand why I'm gone, that I'm playing baseball. They see me at home working out. They see me hitting in the cage. I take them to the cage with me a couple times a week, so they kind of understand. And aside from financially and trying to reach that 10-year service time, I mean it's a big thing that motivates me to continue to play and try to play at a high level. Is I don't want to be one of those dads that has to show my kids YouTube to show them that I played and that I was pretty good at baseball. I want them to be able to experience it, and something I don't take lightly, something I'm really working hard to accomplish, make this team and be able to have my kids, be a part of it. I was fortunate to be around a lot of really good dads and some good organizations that allowed their kids to be a part of spring training, be a part of the season, and I definitely want that for my kids too.
I'm going to get back to YouTube in 1 second, but you've been in the clubhouse, I'm assuming, when a guy's hit 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you explain to everybody why that's such a big deal and why in a game where it's a kid's game, but there is also a business aspect. 10 years, it is hard. It's hard to get here, harder to stay, and then you throw double-digit years in. That's worth celebrating.
Yeah, I think exactly what you said. It's extremely difficult to get here. It's probably even more difficult to stay here, and aside from the financial ramifications of maxing out your pension, it's just one of those things. I think when you're in the minor leagues, you want to get to the big leagues. You get to the big leagues, you learn how to stay in the big leagues, and then once you learn how to stay in the big leagues, the number's 10. It's a very small percentage of guys that have ever stepped foot on a major league diamond reached a 10-year service time, and it's definitely something celebrated amongst players, staff, families. I know Darno's going to get his 10 years this year in August. He was kind of already talking about it. Like it's a big topic of discussion. Especially now with the game getting younger and younger, you're seeing less guys get to that 10 years. And especially not being like a perennial all-star, a superstar, to be able to kind of grind through 10 years is a huge accomplishment.
They're also always looking, I've gotten to know 3 generations of young guys doing this long enough where they're always looking to replace you. That's what the draft is for.
Yeah.
It used to be 60 rounds. If it's down to 40 and 20, they're still looking for an alternative, and that's sort of the mind. Some guys get screwed up by that even before they make it to the major leagues.
Yeah, I mean, I never lose sight of 21-year-old Kevin Pillar, who was drafted in the 32nd round. I was there to take someone's job, and I know every single guy that is in minor league camp or here on a non-roster invite have the same goal as I once did, and my job now is to not let them take my job. Help the younger generation reach their goals. I'm not gonna not share the things that I've learned in the game. That's not what I'm about. I'm not gonna withhold stuff. I'm gonna help these guys. And
did you have a pay it forward guy? Did you have a veteran when you were?
I had a ton of veterans in my career that paid it forward. I mean, I think initially when I first got called up, Rajah Davis was good for me. He was a guy that was kind of a journeyman, had a unique set of skills, but was able to figure out a way to impact games with, what he was able to do. As I established a little bit more, I had guys like Jose Batista, Troy Tulowitzki, Russell Martin, Josh Donaldson, like so many great guys in my career that, very easily could have, withheld the tricks of the trade and what it meant to be a big leaguer and, how to go about my work every single day. Some were more vocal, some I just kind of observed, but yeah, I think that's an important thing to do at this point in my career, is just be the best team that I can, help the younger generation with whatever I can. And like I said, it's whether I help them or not, they're there to take my job. My job is to not let them do that, and I think healthy competition is good.
I think it's also how you can extend as a veteran your time here. If you are known as a clubhouse guy that is a giver, in a world where they might say, let's take the 22-year-old for a minimum, what about the 34-year-old guy, especially with a coaching staff like this? I think you're in an incredible position because the coaching staff, I think, understands what you can bring.
Yeah, I mean, going into free agency again, for whatever time it is, I mean, I definitely identified places that were about winning. I think when you're in a winning environment, they value that a little bit more than a team that's not trying to win. Teams that aren't trying to win and trying to build towards the future tend to look at the future a little bit more. I think this team is very in a position where they're looking at the right now. Now is their future. And just understanding the little things are important when trying to make the team, being a good teammate, playing the game the right way. You know, I think when you have a reputation of doing that and they get to see you in person doing that, they know that I'm going to throw the right bases. All the little things matter. You know, it's not about the statistics as much anymore, but if they know that I'm a guy who's going to go out there and play hard and make the plays and throw to the right bases, and when I get on the bases, I know the signs, and you know, I have the willingness to go first to third or score on hits. You know, those things kind of separate you from maybe a younger guy.
Yeah, I just want to ask about YouTube. Are you aware that you have a 19-minute YouTube highlight package? I've been, since the day they signed you, I've been telling everybody, just go look. 15, 17, but you have a 19-minute defensive highlight package. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody with a longer YouTube version of their highlight package.
I mean, it's pretty surreal. It's humbling for sure. You know, I have my brother has 2 boys. They're 5 and 8, and they're really into baseball. And my brother calls me pretty frequently now, or FaceTimes me, and the kids have discovered it. And you know, another little motivation for me too. They're actually going to come out here for their spring break. They haven't seen me play in a long time. You know, I want to show them that I can still play at that high level too.
How much toll did it put in your body? You've thrown it around all over the place.
Hard to say. I mean, I feel pretty good. You know, I've been very fortunate in my career to avoid serious injury until last year. But yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a toll, but I've been playing that way my whole life. You know, I played high school football and other sports, and I think that prepared me for playing baseball. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
All right,
Good luck the rest of the way out.